All right, so normally I would, after going through something, whatever it is I want to document, I'll oftentimes just sit down and take some notes and basically just try and explain what happened, whether it's a lesson learned, something new that I'm experiencing. And I just figured right now, in the interest of being very candid, especially with every video that I put out, treating it as an update for a notebook entry, diary, if you want to call it. The topic of burnout does creep up every so often. In fact, a whole lot more than I expected, but I would expect it regardless. And so I am currently in one of those phases. I'm just the constant upload schedule of one reel every single day on Instagram, and then one video a week for YouTube, as well as keeping up with, my 9 to 5 job and the side hustle of, making money with the camera and marketing and things like that. It's a lot, and especially considering that you also, ooh, hang on, there's a fly. So random. This is called a bug assault, and essentially it's a salt gun. You just load in salt at the top here, and rather than a fly swatter, you just use that thing, and it's so fun, and it's just pretty quick and accurate. Anyway, like I was describing, burnout is a very serious thing, and much more serious than I really anticipated. And not even hitting a year. I'm sorry, not even hitting 2 years into this whole journey, I have felt it a lot. And I think right now, I think one of the things that's hitting me is not only am I super busy with work, but the stress of being behind on your upload schedule and trying to catch up. It's a very real thing. It's stressful. Right now I'm behind one video on YouTube, and which makes me work harder to put stuff out, but I suffer in quality. And then the idea of, time and energy and accessibility to environments and things you may need to execute on those ideas and just keep it interesting also just plays a factor in. So I think I'm making this video really just as a reminder to myself and anybody else who needs to hear it. If you're experiencing burnout, first, yeah, the obvious thing, keep going, keep working at it. But I think you need a solid reminder, so, like almost a grounding reminder, if you will, for why you're even doing what you're doing in the first place. If it's just out of a place of pure enjoyment, well, there's going to be a lot of downtimes that you're not going to enjoy it. And I think that's when it really matters the most. Are you going to just throw in the towel and maybe just even temporarily and just take a break and go do something else? That's fine. Just if you have to do that, do that. But give yourself parameters and guidelines as far as when you reach those moments. Like, give yourself a specific time frame to experience a little bit of downtime and relax from the hustle of that if you can. Some people are reliant on this kind of medium for their livelihood, but if you have the opportunity to take a break, go ahead and do that. Come back after a certain time period, because you don't want to get too comfortable in that space that you've given yourself. For me, where my livelihood is not really dependent on my consistent upload schedule, one of my biggest reasons is it's brought me some form of success right now that I'm enjoying. It's minimal, but I'm enjoying it. And I think for me, the biggest reason is the future prospect of what uploading consistently brings, different opportunities that have come up because so far I've been very consistent with it. And so the biggest reason that I even want success in that regard is for my family. So you have to be grounded in your reason for why you want to do this. I don't feel like going into the next room right now and editing the video that I'm supposed to upload tomorrow. Like, I'm actually supposed to upload a video tomorrow. I released one already a couple days ago. They're not that good, and I was very disappointed in it because I rushed it. And so I think what I need to do is just work my hardest to catch up. So once I upload tomorrow, now I'm working on, this will probably be the video for next week, but I think I want to try and do a couple more things that can bring value and I actually enjoy doing. And you know, the other thing too is my drone. So if you're watching this channel and you've seen the videos a couple back, if you've seen a couple videos back, I lost my drone in the ocean about a month, like a little over a month ago. And it was an accident just trying to get a shot. I came back, I barely had any battery, and then just a downward draft knocked it into the ocean. It was frustrating, but never got that resolved. I mean, DJI could never find that one flight log that I needed to prove that it was just out of my control. And so I ended up ordering a new one. Well, I used that one to do some clientele work and I crashed into a tree. Now I've been a little over 3 months without a drone. And for me, flying a drone is one of the most exciting things to do, especially because it gives you a view that you normally don't get. Obviously, you don't get it as a human, just being able to fly out anywhere you want. And I don't know, being out a tool is a deficit to me. So may not seem like the biggest deal, but it's definitely something that is just kind of draining me. But it's also forced creativity because whereas most videos where I would actually include drone footage, I'm forced now to try and find different ways to work with, you know, my Pocket 3 as well as, you know, my regular camera and try and just get creative without aerial shots. And I don't want to rely on stock footage, and because there's just something about, you know, nothing against that, but there's something about it for me where I want all the footage that you see on the screen to be from me, my creativity on screen. So burnout is a real thing, and just I gotta upload a video tomorrow. I'm currently editing right now. It's really just behind the scenes of a job that I did where I'm capturing behind the scenes of another photographer and what that was like just behind the wedding scene. So I did get a notification though that my drone was shipped yesterday after repairs finally. So I think I may be getting it this week. So we'll see. I think I might go out and chase a waterfall or two and make a video of that. So I think that's it though. Just as a reminder, anybody who needs it, burnout is a real thing. I don't want to discredit that, and do not pretend that doesn't happen. Embrace it, accept it, but let those moments remind you why you're doing what you're doing in the first place. And it doesn't even have to be for video upload. It could be for absolutely anything else. What you're doing, do what you're passionate about, give it your all. And if you feel like what you're doing just can get heavy at times, reevaluate it. Maybe it's time to step away. Maybe it's time to do something else. Or maybe that's the catalyst that drives you to develop what you're doing into the next best thing, right? So always chase creativity, chase what you enjoy doing, as long as it's within reason. And I think that's when it matters most. And hopefully these burnout periods don't last too long and you get back to having fun. So that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go finish this video for next week, get back to doing what I love, and hopefully my drone comes in by then. We'll see you guys in the next one.